Hi, Annie. It's fascinating today. It's a very different one. Normally, we would do this thing first thing in the morning. Today, we're not doing it first thing in the morning. We're at that time of the year where we've had all sorts of things happening. So we're actually doing it in the afternoon. And it's just at a unique time and in a unique place. And it's a great one to talk about, where our topic today is eat alone fairly often, and I've got some strong views on the subject, and I don't know what you think about it, Eddie.
Yeah, it was an interesting one to read, Peter. When I started and I made some notes about this little gem, it said the discomfort of growth is always smaller than the heartbreak of regret. And I was still trying to place that in what I'm reading, and then the important part came where he said, "Eat alone in a restaurant without any devices. So just be by yourself and eat by yourself." That was, I think, the message that he was trying to get across.
Yeah, and I think for us long distance runners who spent a lot of time on the road alone, we can relate to it. And it's whether we're running or whether we're eating, it's just being alone and the challenge of being alone that is quite important.
Yeah, I think I do agree with him, but there's the one part of me, Peter, that I think also disagrees to say there's what do they call it, horses for courses. There's a time to be alone, and whether that alone is at the dinner table or in a restaurant, and if that alone
Yeah,
spending time with yourself in nature or going for a run um, is important as well. But there's also a time to not be alone and do things. So I do get it. Um, and I do understand from what I read that it is apparently one of those things that a lot of people are not comfortable with is eating by themselves, and I think that puts what he said next in a little bit more context to say to be brave in one area is practice for being brave in every area. So yeah,
yeah. I read a book many years ago, and I say many years ago. It's got to be 20 years ago, entitled "Never Eat Alone." And the whole feed focus was on marketing, and then it eat meal times as an ideal opportunity to meet and connect with people and expand your network. And so it's important from that point of view. So it is a topic that can have different views. And so I would like to just think it's something one can think about, and one must make their own decision as to how often you want to eat alone.
yeah. For me, the focus is, and I want to add to what you're saying, Peter, is spend time with yourself because that's very important time. You need to be in your head sometimes to reflect and to just replay things and start focusing again. So I think that's the lesson that I took from.
And that's our question for the listeners. Are you spending time alone?